You ready?
I am.
All right. Let's get started in three, two, and one. Hello and welcome to Wise Math Podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
Doing great, Chris. We're full-fledged into the NFL free agency. The NFL free uh sorry, the legal tampering period has started. So contracts are legally allowed to be legally signed with some fake money that gets thrown around that eventually will get turned around into some guarantees and you'll be able to figure it out. But fake contracts basically, and we have a lot of signings. It kind of happened instantly, right off the jump. I guess we can start right off the jump, and Kenneth Walker, pretty much one of the first big free agents coming right off the board, going to Kansas City. Um, I think honestly we should start there, and it's Super Bowl MVP. So going and getting Kenneth Walker for the price that they did, it really shows you that uh, the Chiefs the past couple years have not been able to run the ball. They haven't had good enough running backs. They've had two of the worst running backs I've seen the last couple years on the football field. And now they need explosion. They need some sort of element back to that game. But what I think I'm curious more about is they clearly see Patrick Mahomes playing in some sort of the next season because why not wait a year and then try to get that weapon when Patrick Mahomes comes back? Different free agent market. There's not going to be a guy exactly like Kenneth Walker, but they clearly think Patrick Mahomes is going to come back. That's kind of what I'm alluding towards. Chris, what are your thoughts on this?
I think I think the other before we talk about Walker, I think the other finding that makes me think he'll be back is that Kelsey's coming back. I feel like Kelsey wouldn't come back if he didn't think that Mahomes was going to play at least the majority of the season. Um,
Or at least the
but
end
yeah,
of it, right? Like he wants him to throw him his
right,
last
yeah,
pass. Like his last catch has got to be from Mahomes.
yeah. But like, if he thought that they were going to go 6-11, I don't think he would come back.
Agreed. Agreed.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. He's such an interesting free agent because he's almost like the Milton Williams of last year, where he had his best game of the year in front of the biggest audience for any sporting event in the
Yeah.
world, and won that Super Bowl MVP when he's not like I don't even know if he's a top 10 running back in football.
Oh,
I'd
I
have
would
to
think so.
read
You'd
the
have to
list.
look.
You
Like
think?
it thins out pretty quickly. It thins
I
out
guess
pretty
it
quickly.
does.
Top 10.
But
Like
he's
he's
getting
probably
paid like he's a top three,
agreed.
and he's
And
been in a 50-50 timeshare. And like obviously, especially fantasy football knowers hate that he's in a timeshare because he is better than Zach Charbonnet, but um, he hasn't been an every down back in Seattle the last couple of years. So I don't know. He's a good player. It's a big signing, but it's also a big signing for a running back.
yeah.
So it's not going to really break the bank for them. And they were desperate for a playmaker, especially at that position, and they got him. So I don't know. I would be happy if I were a Chiefs fan, definitely. He probably got overpaid, but we're going to say that a lot today.
Yeah, the theme of the day is overpay. And again, this is all the money, especially when there's like 4 year deals and there's the 4 and 3 year deals. It's normally they set them up as 2 year deals that can get voided and cut dead cap. That is, um, but we'll learn all that later. So yeah, we'll be saying that they're getting overpaid quite a bit. And I agree. I do think that there's a lot with this Kenneth Walker contract. I think they had to as you said, when you have your best game in front of everyone in the world, or at least everyone that watches the NFL, it is you're going to get a big contract. And he was the powerhouse of that Super Bowl. They definitely don't win that Super Bowl. Even how dominant the defense is without Kenneth Walker. Um, the Pats defense was very good against Sam Darnold, even though like Sam Darnold was desperately trying to throw them interceptions during the Super Bowl. So Kenneth Walker there really was really saving their drives and really pushing them forward to get all those field goals in the first half and the third quarter. But and that's of course why he got MVP. So I do think. Like we get to see now Mahomes with an elite running back, which we've never seen. We've never gotten to see it. And
The first year or year two Kareem Hunt,
yeah, like maybe rookie year Kareem Hunt,
maybe
maybe. But he wouldn't I don't think he's as good as Kenneth Walker was or is right now. I don't think he was as good as Kenneth Walker is right now.
debatable,
And I think
but not worth our time.
it's a weird debate because there's two elements with Kenneth Walker. There's injuries where he's kind of like this ticky tacky guy where he misses a couple games at a time. He plays injured, and he's a tough guy. He's a tough guy that
Mhm.
always seems to try to finish out seasons. But it's it's those ticky like you want him. Like that's why I didn't want Mike Evans because we're kind of going all over the place now. But this is because the injuries where you miss like 5 games or even 4 games of the season. Like that's a big chunk of the season that you need your star running back for, which is why the Seahawks didn't trust them and had to have him in a timeshare. So he's a fascinating player. Basically, we could talk
Yes.
circles around Kenneth Walker. He's a fascinating player, and um, or not around him, about him, and it's I'm excited to see him on the Chiefs. Though I think he looks good in red. I think
Yep.
he's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a fun offense, and I think people were very excited for the Chiefs down year, and it's gonna be funny to see them not see it. So
Also, like if you're like rooting for the Chiefs to be bad on offense, like they just lost their two starting quarterbacks. So they're going to be worse defensively.
they're gonna be
So
much
at
worse
least like
defensively.
I want to see them still be fun on offense.
They're
Like
banking on
they can
a
be
really
fun and
good
not
draft.
say what?
I was just saying that they have to bank on their draft. That's what made their defense so good initially, and they've kind of lost all those guys. So they uh
Yeah.
they need to replenish that. And you're right, you can't have them like they're gonna be in primetime games, especially if Mahomes like throughout the off season, like before the schedule gets made, they announce that he's gonna come back week 2 or 3. Like Mahomes is gonna be everywhere. So you might
Mhm.
as well, as you pointed, you don't want to see him crap on two sides of the ball. You might as well see them like
Yeah,
their
right.
defense could be bad.
And like people forget so quickly like how fun they were those first couple years before they were the dynasty.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, and it's funny. They have like I think once Kelsey goes away and they have different receivers that aren't in the news all the time. It'll be a little different. I think that's where a lot of the hate comes from is all the publicity in the news, whether it's positive or negative, considering the player. Um, They also signed, while we're talking about the Chiefs, we might as well. They re-signed Taquan Thornton, which I think is funny. He had made $11 million. Like, good for him. That's really like that's a good for him contract.
I was thinking about that earlier that like his AAV is like 5 times that of a guy that you draft in like the third round. And it's funny how like you just have to pay guys because they've been in the NFL. When it's like, is he actually more valuable than like,
No.
a guy on a rookie contract? But it's like the tax of experience, which makes
Yes,
sense. Like if you're able to prolong your NFL career to that point where teams are still interested in signing you, then I guess you do deserve that money. But it is funny.
it's funny because like that contract 4 years ago is probably 2 years, 8 million, and then or maybe 5 years ago or
Yeah.
something like that. And like I don't know, it is good to see the like even though we get, especially you and I, get a little fed up with the uh, inflation of the top guys, it is nice to see the bottom guys get inflation. Like that is, I do like seeing that because I like to see those guys to get some cheddar. Um, and then Aloni Gilman from the Ravens, and who was a safety that they traded for, who I thought played pretty well. They gave him a good chunk of change, and they signed Tonga from the Pats, who played our fullback position. So maybe he'll be thrown out in offense again. I don't know. I doubt it. But good D tackle. So they gave him a good contract too. All right, Chris, where do you want to go to? I kind of stole the reins and just started with Kenneth. So
Do you want to do like we want to hit all the big fish and then give our top three, or
yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's hit the
because
big
I feel like
fish
if
because
we don't
because
have
none of
some
mine are
sort of
big fish.
structure, we'll be all over.
Yeah, that's true. Let's do the big fish first. Um,
Okay.
so Linderbaum has got to be next,
Yes.
and Linderbaum signed a $27 million per year deal for 4 years with the Las Vegas Raiders. Um, we talked about how they're going to give him 23, 24, 25, one of these teams, and both of us kind of were against our team doing it. Um, I'm glad that we didn't pay 27 million a year.
7's a lot.
It's
And
quite
I
a
think
bit.
I think it makes sense for them
Yes, I think
because
it
they
does.
have so much money and you're gonna be drafting a rookie quarterback. So, I honestly think if any other team did this,
Hmm.
I would be gulping, but because it's the Raiders in their situation, I think it makes plenty of sense. So I think all checks out on that front.
I actually think so too. I think it's a massive overpay that they clearly needed to pay. Uh, and like it's hard to believe that like you need to pay so much extra money to what was I gonna say? A bunch of extra money to get him to the Raiders, but clearly that was the case. Like there's no other way to put it. You could see
The
it.
Commanders were in on him like pay, and it was that ended up winning the bidding war.
Mhm.
I bet they're probably willing to give him 25, which is still 7 million a year than the current highest paid center, Creed Humphrey. Now he's up to nine hot like that's an insane jump.
It's
I think
150%.
that's the crazy part.
He's getting 150% of uh what's his name's Creed Humphrey's
Yeah.
contract. And the and as you said, they're getting into a window where they're going to have the cheapest 5 years of their team's existence if Fernando Mendoza is actually their franchise quarterback. And by year two, they're going to be competitive. And by year two of this Linderbaum contract, it's going to be halfway done. And you're going to be looking towards cutting him for dead cap in the next year, or keeping him around and trying to extend him and extend that dead money to other
Yeah.
years. It's
There'll be some sort of restructure.
Yes. So this won't be his final contract. He won't end up playing on this final contract because of the restructuring or whatever. But I do think that their team it's the most flexible team, and it's the only team that you said, as you pointed out, that could do it. Um, because like,
Can I interrupt us for some breaking news?
sure,
The Ravens have backed out of the Max Crosby trade.
that's what Eakin's texting me about.
Nick, they're posted it's a like graphic from the Raiders that just
I
says the
just got an
Baltimore
urgent
Ravens
text. You see that?
have backed out of our trade agreement for Max Crosby. We have no further comment at this time.
What? What's the chat? What's the chat looking like? Anyone in the chat? Anyone in the chat?
Oh, I don't have the chat pulled up.
Live reaction. Live reaction. That's all we
Oh,
got.
I just got the ESPN.
What the heck? Alright. This is funny. I was gonna mention at the beginning, we kind of, even though we have a very rough schedule that I'm sure nobody anyone who does a national podcast would think we're lunatics, but we always have the best reactions. Like we got to have the Crosby trade right before it
Yes.
originally happened, and now we have a live backing out, and we have the full first 2 days. Like we have a packed pod here. What the heck? I don't know. I don't know how to react to this.
I
Why'd
mean,
they get cold
yeah,
feet?
I feel like we need more information. I
Yeah,
mean, my first thought is this is bad. This is really bad for the Ravens, considering
I think it's bad for the Raiders too. I was
it,
just going to mention that they traded Max Crosby's contract to get Linderbaum under this. Like, I was just going to say, like, they don't have a big expensive defender anymore, so it's
right.
like this is this kind of throws everything into a loop, especially for the Baltimore Ravens. Pick 31, another pick. No, give me pick 31. Give the Raiders pick 31 and one more pick. Tom Brady, send him to the Pats. Come on, come on. It's funny. The more that I'm looking at the draft, the less I care about this 31 pick. Now that we're talking about it and Max Crosby's back on the table, I was so jealous of the Ravens giving up the 14th pick. And I want to give up the 31st for AJ Brown or Max Crosby. Give me one of the two.
Well, the 31st is different than the 14th, though.
No, I know it's way different. It's well different. Um, But I just want to swindle someone for the 31st for a good player because I know the first we're gonna pick some guard that never plays or something. Like it's not gonna be anyone that's any good. Um, I hope it's Kate actually or Caden Proctor. He'd be cool. Anyways,
Yeah, apparently
what
he
do we?
didn't pass physical.
Oh, the basketball. Oh, the basketball he was playing. He should have been shut down. How does he not pass the
Wasn't that
physical?
a thing with Mahomes? Like when he signed his contract, they're like, "You're not allowed to play basketball."
Yep. That
Maybe we should be doing that for everybody.
what was how does he fail his physical? I mean, the Ravens have to. I mean, they are, and it's funny because that means the Ravens denied his physical. That means they had to avoid lying about his physical for some reason. Did he take off his pants during the interview? Like, what did he do? What did he do? There's no way this can
I don't
actually
know.
be a physical thing. Like, unless there's like, how does he? They would lie. Like, if it was a serious thing, they would lie. They would want Max Crosby.
What do you mean they would lie?
Like if his like I don't know, like his ankle's tweaked, they'd be like, all right, whatever. Like you passed your physical, the trade goes through tomorrow. Like you
Well,
know,
if it's like, I
like
don't
unless
know,
I
if
guess
it's
it's
something
this
with one of
bad.
his joints that like, I mean, you gave up 2 first round picks for the guy. Like if he gets hurt in week 4 and he's not the same player for the rest of his contract,
I guess it must be that
worth
serious.
the risk. Or they were, or maybe they just got cold feet and they're like, we're the Ravens, we don't do this. Like we're not ready for this.
They weren't
We
ready
want our
for it.
picks back. We want our picks back.
They're like, hey, they called, dude. I just imagine the phone call. Hey, I think we want it. I think we want to send him back. And like the Raiders, I mean, I'd be pissed. No wonder no comment at this time. I would have no comment either. Like, what do you say to that? Like, okay.
Okay.
Like they just spent all weekend doing their work for the 14th pick.
I mean, I will all the signings they've made. Defense is in an okay spot if you plug a plug a top 5 pass rusher right back in it.
I mean, yeah,
Ironically enough,
it's
all of a sudden they don't have the most cap space in the league, though.
yeah, how does that work? Is somebody gonna get like
I
are
don't
they gonna
think
have
they
to lose
hit
somebody?
they didn't like
Oh,
spend
okay.
all their money.
Okay. They've had a lot of contracts, so I don't know.
Next year, maybe when all the cap hits are real, because the first year of the contract's always like a Mickey Mouse cap hit.
Yeah.
So when they post like, oh, updated cap figures, it's kind of misleading.
I'm trying to see what the wow. Wow. I don't know. I honestly I don't know how to react. I don't know how to react besides wow. We just need more information, I think. There's something wrong with Max Crosby or Raven just got coldest feet of all time.
I'm gonna make something up because I don't think you can mulligans on trades. I think decide you don't want him anymore and then send him back. Like something had to be wrong.
No, like this is the only thing I can think of is Mark Williams and the Lakers. That trade that happened
Right.
last year. And that was like because like there was always some injury concerns with Mark Williams. So like that made sense. Like there's never been injury concerns with
Mhm.
Max Crosby.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out more hopefully in the
Yeah.
next hour.
I'm glad we were talking about the Raiders. If anyone in the chat, Shane, if you're still in here, or anyone else in the chat, if anything else, any details you could provide, that'd be great. Um, I guess let's keep going. Speaking of the Raiders and the rest of the Raiders signings, um, I think getting Kitty Pay, Quay Walker, Kobe Dean, all these guys that were at one point first round talent. You're just getting guys in the you're getting guys in the
A lot of former first round picks
yeah.
getting big money. Quiddy Pay getting 16 million is absurd.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. Pass rusher money, man. It's crazy. It's
He's not
really
good pass rush.
no, he's not. Not
I saw a
either.
stat earlier that he was like I think fifth to last in either pass rush win rate or pressure rate. I forget which one of those stats. Like there's a reason teams let pass rushers hit the market.
Yes.
Like these guys still get paid, but there's always a catch.
You know,
Like if the Colts really needed or really wanted Kwity Paye still around, I think they would try to keep him.
In that conversation, it's funny because like I was very excited where the Pats they got Jermont Jones from the Ravens. And
Mhm.
I was just now thinking about it. Like the Ravens definitely signed him to a bigger contract without Max Crosby. Like he's definitely getting more money.
Anyway,
Yeah, like it's and
yeah.
um
They might have
anyways,
even been in on OA because he did so well under Jesse Minter.
could have. They might have been tried to keep Linderbaum, but that they probably wouldn't. They couldn't afford him anyways. They got to do the
No,
one more extension.
I think they're probably out on Linderbaum.
All right, I think we gotta move on for the Raiders so we can not get caught up in this. But I do like what they're doing on the defense. Like as both of our teams did, trying to get some guys fill out some holes. Um, and that's what they're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
need to.
definitely a lot of I mean, like, the potential for, like, for Quay Walker is always there.
Hmm.
Just a matter of, like, can he turn it around? Um, and who else? They signed another linebacker that
Yeah, and
I'm
Kobe
blanking
Dean.
on. Nakobe Dean, that's right. And that's another one where it's like, I like Nakobe Dean a lot. If he stays healthy, I think it's a great signing.
Agreed. Agreed. Did you see that the Cowboys gave him the same contract and he was like, nah, gut feeling says go to the Raiders instead. Knew
I
you'd
did not.
appreciate
He
that.
wanted to play with Max Crosby.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Um, all right, let's go next big fish. Jalen Phillips, maybe the biggest
Yeah.
fish because of the money.
In terms of dollars, yeah.
Yeah. 30 million a year.
I about jumped out of my seat when I saw that contract. I was not expecting.
Yeah,
That was not like in the bounds of what I had heard people predict. I don't think.
it's the scare. It's the one. This is one of the scariest contracts ever handed out in NFL history. I mean, this guy is medically retired from
Meaty
football before.
guaranteed too.
Yes, he's medically retired from football already, and he's gotten two season-ending long injuries in the NFL already. He's had one good season. It's uh, it's scary stuff. It is scary stuff. I honestly like. I like the player. I think he's a good player. Um, I think the money's outrageous. I think he could play. I think he can play to that contract, but he has to play very well to get to that contract. I mean, I want to see double-digit sacks with that contract. So um, there's a lot of pressure on Jalen Phillips now.
There is, and there's also a I think there's a cap situation brewing in Carolina right now that makes me a
Yeah,
little bit nervous
yeah. Because the
because
Devin
they're
Lloyd
gonna have to either
is the next signing.
own or pay a different quarterback. And right now, it's definitely trending towards they're gonna pay Bryce Young,
Yeah,
and they have a lot of guys on big contracts that are gonna be tough to get out of. So we'll see. I do like it. Contract terms aside, I think they definitely needed an impact player like Phillips. So if we're just looking at football and like if we can look at this in a vacuum, I think it's a great fit. And they needed a guy like him. It's definitely one of the bigger gambles, maybe the biggest gamble
the offseason so
in
far.
this aging class. Yeah.
The the Devin Lloyd contract follows it, which is 3 years, 45 million, 25 guaranteed. I like Devin Lloyd a lot. I think he's a really, really impactful linebacker, and I think he works well with Carolina as well. So I think that they're
Mhm.
really bolstering up this defense. They also got Kenny Pickett, which is interesting. Um,
Why did he get like 7 million?
I don't know. I'm shocked it wasn't 10.
Why?
Like because that's just what they get. I don't know. That's why. Like that's just what quarterbacks get. Like I'm kind of shocked it's that low. Um,
Is he as good as Marcus Mariota?
let me see what Marcus got. Marcus got
He got 7.
oh, then
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I guess the backup. Funny, I guess those guys aren't like reliable backups. Like you want Marcus Mariota for maybe one game, and that's about it. So they're not going to make any big money. Um, all right, let's keep going. Alex
We spent too
Pierce.
much on him already.
What? Yeah, backup. We
We already
love
spent too
backup
much time.
quarterbacks.
Kenny Pickett.
Uh,
Yes, Alex
Alex
Pierce.
Pierce.
Another one where like these first couple of contracts that came out yesterday between like 12 and 1, I was just starting to sweat. I was like, these numbers are so big, not what I expected. Uh, and the dude hasn't caught 50 passes in a season. I know he's fast. And I know he catches deep balls, and that's great. But I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
This is the most expensive 800, 900 yards of all time. They don't even have a quarterback. Like there'd be one thing it's you can convince yourself when Drake May when you sign this money it's like oh it's Drake May like they're gonna get throw a bunch of deep balls immediately like
Yeah,
he's gonna get 80 catches and have like a million yards and then it's like well he still has Daniel Jones and Daniel Jones isn't even healthy he has a Achilles tear and a broken leg, um and
apparently they're best friends.
that's great that's
Checks
great.
out.
They had to trade Michael Pittman, who was a very reliable receiver for them, who
Yeah,
played very well this season specifically when Daniel Jones was healthy. Now he's gone. They have to get rid of him for cap reasons. Like, I mean, they're going to all these other teams go all in, and it's like, all right, I get it. I get why you're going all in, and I don't understand why the Colts are going all in. Their defense has been mediocre. Then they trade 2 first round picks for a cornerback, and then I mean, they had that what that eight game stretch, 10 game stretch.
but
So
where they're the best team in the NFL.
and like
Are you talking
they're
about the
acting
second
like
half?
they're still that team. Like the way that they've been operating,
Yeah,
have been acting like they're still that team, and they didn't even make the playoffs.
they've gotten worse.
They have gotten worse.
Like in Payne Pierce, the receiver room got worse. I mean, their quarterback situation, there wasn't really any salvaging. I guess your 2027 quarterback situation is taken care of. Or no, because he just got transition tagged. He didn't get
Yeah.
an extension, right?
Nope. Didn't get an extension.
I
They're
saw he
still
was
working
asking
on it.
for 50 million a year, which I don't know if that was real or not.
I wouldn't be surprised anymore. I wouldn't
I
even
mean,
be
he got
surprised.
40 already
I
from
was
the
gonna say.
Giants.
Um, I'm out on the Colts this year. I don't want to talk about them.
I'm gonna join you on that.
All right.
Take a stand.
Yep. Let's talk about the Washington Commanders, baby. Adafe Owe.
All right. I was pumped about OA.
I think it's good.
And like it is good. And I kind of alluded to it at the start of the pod that everything's gonna be an overpay. Like, of course it's an overpay because the best edge rushers are not hitting free agency, and the ones that are there are going to teams that desperately need them and have money to spend on them. So they're going to overpay, but they also have to. So if they have the money to do it, like, I can complain about it. You got a guy who's probably has the best physical attributes out of anyone in the class, the free agent class. Definitely has been up and down, had his most success playing with two really good edge rushers in LA, which they don't have in Washington. So that makes me a little bit nervous, but I think him and Dorrance Armstrong is a fine enough combination where it's no longer an absolute disaster at that position. So I was pretty excited about it. I mean, everybody's like whining that they're not signing Pierce and Linderbaum and all these guys that got insane deals. So I was happy about it way for sure.
The I mean, I think he just came off his best season, and he's still 27 years old. I think having him for 4 years, uh, it's really like you still have Jaden for another 3 years on your rookie contract. Um, you're not gonna have to fish him out. Like by the time you fish him out this money, with Rafael, this number, as we just talked about with Linderbaum, this number is gonna not even be a thought. And if it is a thought,
Mhm.
it's gonna be either extended out or it's gonna be cut and dead cap.
Yep,
And
exactly.
um, so I poked fun in our Discord when they signed it, um, and it's because it's a lot of money, and that's okay. It's what teams in free agency do. I don't think he's a bad player. I don't think he's gonna get worse than his time in Baltimore, where his time in Baltimore he didn't complete a lot of sacks, but he had a lot of pressure, and bringing a lot of pressure still is meaningful in a football game. So if that's his worst, then bringing a lot of pressure is gonna help this Commanders football team that brought no pressure. So it's it's big ups. And now we're talking about the Commanders, so let's talk about the rest of them. And um I like Leo Chanel a lot. We talked about him last episode. That was just recently. That happened probably right before the pod started, and we signed him to a pretty good contract, under 10 million a year for a linebacker that I think has upside still. And then you get Tem Siddle for pretty much the same contract, and Amik Robertson, who I think played decently well on the Lions and then the Raiders. So it's I think it's a good free agency class.
Yeah, I mean, definitely like defensively so far. Um, Everybody was upset about Amik Robertson because that was the first one, and we were watching like Jalen Phillips get signed, and then Linderbaum goes, and then we get Amik Robertson. Everybody was all up in arms, but it is interesting that like he's the same size as Sanders still, and so one of those guys is going to have to go play outside, and I'm assuming it's going to be Sanders still because he was awful in the slot last year. Um, So apparently Robertson like bounced all around the line secondary last year. Um,
Hmm.
so hopefully him in a more stable role. God willing, they're healthy in the secondary. Um, but yeah, I like Robertson. I like Tim Settle. Obviously, he was a former Redskin. He should get a lot of nose tackle snaps. He's a good player. And then yeah, I was pretty excited about Chanel. And I had already like convinced myself like they don't really need to spend on a linebacker. They'll probably be fine with Jordan McGee or maybe they draft Sonny Styles or something like that. But I was admittedly very excited when they did spend a linebacker.
And they didn't spend too much. It's like they didn't spend that much at all.
No, those deals are so cheap. It's
Yeah.
almost unbelievable.
So
They
I think
do
the
need another receiver
yep.
like pretty desperately. There are guys out there,
I'm in the same
not good
boat.
guys,
Eric
but
Wise.
guys. We'll get to your guy. uh yeah, I guess like Jawan Jennings is the hope there, and he's probably getting like it's a
Ugh,
ridiculous amount of money.
ugh.
So honestly, I kind of just want Tyron
Just draft
or
someone.
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Hollywood would be fun.
I'd take Hollywood at this point. I'd take
The
just give me a burner.
I think the only L so far for the Commanders is this the oddish thing. Like, what is up with that?
Yeah, they
It's like
had
the
to have
center
been convinced
frenzy.
they would top Thunderbomb.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, doesn't
Why
make
do
any
it
sense.
early? It's not cut him after the.
You know,
It doesn't make any sense.
I don't
Um,
know. I don't know why they didn't trade him either. I thought they could have like after seeing how quickly he went to the Chargers.
on a 3-year deal for more money.
Yeah, and have gotten like a fifth round pick for him.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
that's
the only mishap so far for the Commanders.
yeah.
Bad, bad
I mean,
call
if
there.
you ask Commanders fans, Adam Peters is basically Hitler right now.
I It's
They
funny.
want
I don't
every
mind like
player.
after all these contracts, the Pats fans are the same way, and I'm like, I'm good. Like I'm good on
Yeah,
these guys.
I
Like,
know. That's why. So, and speaking of the Pats, like after the Dobbs one, I mean, it was a meltdown, and I was like, "Do you really want Romeo Dobbs for like
oh,
almost $20 million
for the
a year?"
Commanders, yeah,
Yeah,
no,
like
no.
I liked. I was in on Dobbs, and I would have done it, but like, I mean, is it
It's not
like
worth
you
the.
act like you had Jamar Chase
Yeah,
like right there, and you couldn't come
yeah.
through with him.
No, all these
Romeo
players are Miles Garrett and Jamar Chase, and uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's ridiculous. Um, all right, big keep going. Big big names. Anything else? I mean, yeah, I mean, I feel like we nailed the Commanders. Yeah. Anything else we need to talk
I
about?
last thing I'll say is I think it's becoming increasingly likely they take Jeremiah Love at 7.
And you're gonna love it. You're gonna absolutely love it.
I have to, right?
Yeah,
I've
you're gonna.
um, I've already felt
I'm
like
gonna
the
make fun of
more
you if you're gonna be pouty about it. If you're gonna be pouty about it, I'm gonna make fun of you because it's gonna be fun.
so the more that I see this happening, like I already have sold myself on it.
Yeah,
I'm ready. Like
just do it.
I'm
Just
not
sell
I'm
yourself.
I actually yeah.
Yeah, being against it's for that's so lame. It'd be so lame. Just go for it. Who cares
I'm
about?
lame. I'm the I'm a lame fan.
Yeah, but don't be mad about it. It'd be
No, I know. I won't be. I'm already excited about it. I haven't turned on the tape yet, and when I do, it's all in. I won't want anyone else.
like, oh yeah, yeah. The second you watch the running back, just imagine like read options, and then you can use Bill in this second running back role. Like this is there's um yeah, and it's yeah that you should love it. I think it'd be great.
All right, two more thoughts before we move on. I would have loved
Yeah,
Tyler Algier at the price that he got. I thought that was a layup.
yeah.
I think he's a better Chris Rodriguez.
People were
And
mad
then
that he went to the Cardinals, and I was like, that's a perfectly fine signing. Like, why? What is wrong with that signing
you're mad at
whatsoever?
the Cardinals?
Yeah,
Or
they were like,
like,
why are we wasting our why like we won 3 games and we signed Tyler Algier. I was like, yeah, like you have no other players. Like Tyler Algier's
I
good.
know the Cardinals had an excellent free agency for what it's worth.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals did have a good free agency. We can get to them in a
Um,
second.
and the other thing is apparently the Commanders are also in on your boy Jason.
Pavion Chaseon's a good player. He's a good player. I'm scared that he's gonna make a lot of money. He played for really cheap last year and played his butt off, but he deserves that money. Played really well. And I was thinking about this morning. Kavion Chason is one of those guys where it I'm at the point where um and like this is anyone who watches football like this. Like I'm just bringing up. No, there's no disrespect. My dad, he's always been a big Pats fan. Loves the Pats. When we watch games, he doesn't know all 53 players like I do. Doesn't know all the transactions that happens like I do. But he like one of the games, he's like, oh, this Jason guy's like he's doing really good. So like that's I want to keep him biasly for that. Where like my dad knows who he is. Like he made himself a name in New England last year. Like I want to keep him for that reason. But I think he's a good player.
I'd be excited about. That would be like I should have reversed those two takes because at, if they sign him, then it's like almost guaranteed they go offense at 7. I guess they
And I
could do
do
scale
I
it down,
think
but
they and I think that would help out Odafe Owe a lot too if they got Chase on. I think both those guys need
yeah,
a similar
definitely
type of guy on the other end to help them out. So
correct. Yeah,
let's let's go to you want to go to the Tennessee Titans?
sure.
They're they've had an interesting offseason that
The
I
money
actually
has been
like.
flowing.
Say again.
Said the money has been flowing.
The money has been flowing. They are the experiment of if you take the Jets and the Giants and you mash them into one team, will they be a competitive football team? And that is what they are doing. Even like the good players that they sign, like John Franklin Myers, great
Yeah,
defensive tackle, used to be a Jet. Um, like Cordell Flott, great cornerback from the Giants. They even got Daniel Bellinger from the Giants and Mitch Trubisky from Dayball's time in uh, Buffalo. It's just like it's all the band's just coming together here. Like this is Robert Sala and it's Brian Dayball and it's a party and you're all invited. Anyone who's been invited before is invited. And I kind of like it. Like this is exactly what our teams did. This is exactly what our teams did. To the T.
pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah. So
just
why not?
sign guys you know.
Yep. And it worked out for both of our teams for 1 year. We'll see what my year looks like. Your year didn't work out very well, but the I hope it
We
works
got
out
too
for the
excited.
Titans.
We started trading picks.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, you guys did get too excited. Um, so I just like I think they have a good collection of guys. I think Wanda Robinson, people are going to talk about a lot of money. I think he helps out a guy like Cam Ward quite a bit. He's like the perfect safety
Hmm.
blanket for a guy like Cam Ward. Um, I don't know anything about their offensive tackles or guards, or they got a center and a guard that I don't know who they are. Um, Adante Taylor was a really good cornerback for the Saints as well. So they're securing up their secondary, which they had. They have L'Jarius Sneed, and that's about it. Um, so they are they're just I think they're going in the right direction. A lot of defense, a lot of trenches, and one good skill position for Cam Ward.
Yeah, I'm not sold on this free agent class to be honest. It's
It's
just a
not
lot
like
of
it's
money tied up in guys that aren't like that big of difference makers. I don't think. Like their cornerback room is probably the most expensive in the NFL now,
probably.
and
And they're like
like we'll
they're
see.
above average. Like they're above average.
Yeah,
That's about it. Yeah, I agree. There are a lot of above average players, but that's what they have to do. Like they just have to get the above average players in there.
right. They have to. You just have to fill
So
holes.
like I just don't think there's any. There wasn't really another other like they couldn't do nothing. If they did nothing, they'd be completely
Right.
screwed.
Yeah. You have the money. Might as well spend it.
Um, where do we want to go? I was looking at that. This is what I was looking at. We've already talked about Mike Evans to the Niners, so let's talk about the San Francisco 49ers. Hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't. I didn't. I'm glad the Pats didn't do it. I don't want to do it. I mean, the Niners are gonna be like they're gonna be, the Niners fans are gonna be like, oh my god, the substation. Why is Mike Evans out for 5 games? Like he's always out for 5 games. Yeah, he gets 1,000 yards, but he's always out for 5 games. Like why am I trusting Mike Evans to be healthy now for the most injury riddled team of all time?
What's the guarantees in that deal?
16.3, so not a lot. Basically,
No. Yeah.
it's
That's
it's
why
the
I don't
it's the
like.
Diggs contract of last year. They can
Yeah.
cut him after a year, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, they cut Mike Evans," and they're like, "Yeah, this is why it was set up that way." Um, sorry, do you like it when I do the fans that I don't respect?
I love it.
uh, I respect all fans, by the way. I just that's
You don't have to respect all fans. You have to respect all of our fans.
I do have to respect all of our fans, and I don't like
Oh,
love. He was the swing tackle for the Pats. I know he only got $12 million, but he's not a good tackle. He's an offensive tackle. He's not good.
sorry, my
Oh,
sound connected is which I'm not wearing, as you can see.
no, that's okay. That's all I got on the Niners. Do you like the Mike Evans trade? I know. I mean, I guess you're right. It is
I
1 year.
mean, yeah, I do.
You're right.
It's
I
not
guess the
really
guarantee
risk.
makes it different.
It's like a huge deal, and it's just not.
You're right. Before you said that, I'm glad you did. I was like the fans I was actually just making fun of, where I was like, "Oh, you give Mike Evans a bunch of money, and you really just give him a $16 million deal." So I guess you're right. I guess I like it much more now that you talked about the guarantees, and beforehand. So yeah, there you go. Good for the Niners fans. They just went a full 80 with me. So good for them. Um, I would like to see them do a little bit more though. I know they have a lot of cap tied up to Brock Purdy, but they had a they could use more than just one Mike Evans. The mic's not going through Discord, Chris. Maybe it's stuck
Figure
to
out what they're
there.
doing. Williams
Oh,
actually gonna extend him? Are they?
hold up. I think ah,
Can
dang,
you
I thought. Yeah, I hear you. It's just like 2 seconds delayed now. I think it's coming back. Yeah, it's close. It's real close. Sorry, technical difficulties. They know. They know we're getting hot here. Um, so they had to slow us down. Um, are you talking about Trent Williams?
yes.
Ah, there you go. We're back. Trent Williams, he's on the trade block every year, is he not?
I don't remember him being on the trade block since he signed the extension there.
When was that last extension? I guess it had to have been like what 3, 4 years ago.
Mhm.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of. But I feel like like every year there's something up with him where it's like there's an injury or like a contract situation or something. So what? They need to figure out an extension for him. Is he a free agent next year?
I guess. Yeah.
I I,
Also 37.
I was gonna say like he doesn't interest me enough to really like I like the nine like he's a very expensive 37-year-old too. That's the issue.
Yes.
And the Niners really
I
their
guess a
offensive
team
line
in a
banks on him.
pinch that like needs a tackle, like
A
give an
team that's like a
example.
tackle away though. Like is there a team that's a tackle away? Nah, maybe. Maybe. I maybe. That's a good point. I mean, I wouldn't hate of course I wouldn't hate
Trying to
it.
think what other
I
like
would and
really
actually
good
that's
teams
actually a good
don't
point.
have those tackles.
The Pats are the type of team to eat that money for a year too.
Yeah, because
That's
you
not a
can.
bad idea. Can we do a little
I don't think they're gonna trade him.
Nah, I don't think so either. Yeah, I think that was all hoopla for leverage. I don't think they're gonna trade him either. I kind of like that now, Pat's idea. Give him a little fourth round pick, maybe a fifth.
Yeah.
Call it a day. Um, all right, I want to talk about the Steelers real quick. I already talked about the
Yep.
Michael Pittman. I like Michael Pittman. The extension is a good chunk of change, but wide receiver money, just kind of how it works. Um, they got your boy Jamel Dean, cornerback from Tampa Bay,
My
and
boy.
yeah, you talked about him last episode. That's all. You were talking about a budget
Oh,
guy.
he was one of my predictions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got my boy Rico Dowdle, who I was very upset about the Panthers letting go. I think that he was. I think he's just better than Chuba Hubbard, and maybe I'm wrong, but apparently the
What
Panthers
about
staff
Jonathan Brooks?
or Jonathan Brooks. Yeah, that's true. Oh, can't forget about
Rumblings
Jonathan
are
Brooks.
Jonathan
This
Brooks
is
is
his year.
RB1.
This is his year. Yeah, I can't. I couldn't. How could I forget about Jonathan Brooks? I forgot about him. Um, but I just think that the Steelers sneakily have a pretty decent offense for whatever quarterback they get. And I don't know. I
That's
don't know who's.
that's the holdup.
Yeah, of course it is. It's gonna be the
There
hold up.
lies the rub.
Yep. And
It's
it's.
Aaron Rodgers, right? Has
I
to
think
be.
so. I think so. It's gonna be the
Who
whole
else
song and
would it
dance.
be?
It's like him or
Who else?
Kyler. It's like him or Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Kirk.
Why isn't Kyler signed yet? That feels weird.
I don't know. If I was, I mean, what rush are you in if you're Kyler Murray?
I was just thinking like there's not that many options. Like
But like,
who's called Kyler Murray so far?
I think I would bet the Vikings have called him quite a bit, and he's probably just like,
Right.
let me wait.
Anyone else?
Yeah,
But
I
that's a
think
good
that's
spot.
it.
It's not like the Jets called him and he's like trying to wait it out. Jets got their guy.
Yeah, Geno Smith. We can move on to that. I mean, I think we said what we need for the Pittsburgh. We don't know what quarterback they are. The Jets, yeah, they just traded for Geno Smith.
Well, back to Jamal Dean. I was surprised at his
Okay.
contract. I thought he would get more,
Yeah, I think that's a good
personally.
price for a
Seems like it. It makes me think that something's up.
yeah, that is
Like
weird.
maybe the NFL doesn't value him the way that the NFL media did. Wouldn't be the first time.
Definitely, definitely not the first time.
He also like kind of had a breakout, maybe not a breakout year last year, but he like come back to Tampa Bay on a 1 year deal. Did well last year, and now he's getting a contract.
I think so. That sounds about right.
But I still liked it for what it's worth.
Yeah, and they need the secondary help. So I think that's a good signing. Um, can we move on to the Jets? You good with that?
We can move on. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's
So
bring
Geno
on the Jets.
Smith traded the Raiders or traded from the Raiders to the Jets. He's back. He's back home. Um, sure, why not? Sure.
It's better than Wentz, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely better than Wentz. So yeah, that's about it. I mean, I kind of like their defensive signings. They did almost all defense.
Uh,
They got Andrew Beck as their
they
only
signed.
offensive.
Talk about just signing dudes.
Oh yeah, they're just getting dudes, just dudes. Like Demario Davis, who also drafted by the Jets, so double homecoming for the Jets. Um, they got Minka Fitzpatrick on a trade,
Okay,
which we
that
didn't
was
talk about.
legit, I guess.
Yeah, the
But then
Pats
they
could have used
signed.
Minka Fitzpatrick. I would have used that.
I would take Minka
Yeah,
for
I don't,
seventh rounder.
right? I thought that was a little weird.
Outrageous. Yeah.
I don't know. I like
Who
Joseph
else did they
Asai.
sign?
I like
Bengals
Demario
guy.
Davis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Anamati is like I know he's liked in the D tackle verse. Um, yeah, and like you're just Geno Smith. Like
They're starting NFL players.
yeah. Is this unfair to Aaron Glenn? Like, hey, Aaron Glenn, like we're just gonna give you some of the worst dog shit you've ever seen in your life, and then we're gonna fire you, and then we're gonna blame you. Like,
They're better. I would say they're better than they were last year, but they also came into last year with Sauce Gardner and Quentin Williams, and now they don't have those guys anymore.
I do think they're better. Like they're a better football team. Of course they are. They have to be. Like they have to be a better football team. They got the second pick.
Remember.
They didn't have an interception the whole season. I think they have to be better. I think they have to be better.
I think you're gonna be surprised if you think they have to be better.
I we can move on from the Jets. Let's go to let's go to their brothers, the Giants. Um, and have we done any of the free agent signings that you've said that you've written down?
Mm, one,
Okay.
but we can revisit it.
Yeah, we'll just revisit the ones that we already do, and because one of them's on
Yeah.
here. Um, but anyways, the Giants they got a bunch of Ravens. Um, they got Greg Newsome, who I like, the cornerback, who I think has upside still, is still a young player. Um, and they got Tremaine Edmonds. So I think they've bolstered the roster. They're trying to win now. They're trying to do what our teams did. And what do you think? You think the Giants? Jermaine Illuminor was hilarious though getting signed. That was awesome. Like seeing that big contract, I was like, great, yeah, sign Jermaine Illuminor to a massive deal. Let's go. Um, of course you're not happy about it, but do you like the players that they got?
I don't. I'm not. My emotions weren't even moved a little bit. I'm not afraid of Greg Newsome and Jermaine Edmonds at all.
Fair enough.
They
Fair enough.
downgraded at corner,
Yes. Yes, they downgraded the corner.
and Jermaine Edmonds just got cut by the Bears,
I think that was more of a cap
and they
reason,
signed
but
Isaiah Likely, who's fine, I guess.
500
Not scared. I'm
yards.
not gonna lose sleep over it.
It's the most slept on. Well, this is.
What
I am
else did they
excited to
do?
see. Like I'm excited to see likely not no other tight ends. Like this is it. Like this is everyone's
Theo
been
Johnson.
saying like who. I guess you're right, but everyone's been like he's not like a I don't know. Everyone's been saying like this is likely shot, and now he's with the same coach. Like why do you go to the same coach? I would get far away from Harbaugh. I get so far away from Harbaugh. I'd be like I want my career to
I don't think
shine.
Likely had the market that people thought he was gonna have. Apparently, he wanted to go to Washington. And they said, "Nah."
Well, he only got 3 years, 40 million. Everyone was talking to him about it. Get him like, um, I don't know. That's a good chunk of change. So, but you're right. I think maybe the Giants were the only ones that were willing to do that. Hey,
It's the Giants. So I
we
assume
were kind of in on
Panthers.
that though. We were both kind of like,
Yeah,
like just
sign Likely.
that likely. We both like likely, but we both knew that his contract was gonna be too much money.
Yes, I was out on Likely as soon as I found out that my team was out on Likely. Now I think he's sucked.
All right. Um. Okay. Let's do a rapid fire
Okay.
if that's all right. We're gonna go. I actually this one we'll have to stop on, but Saints Travis Etienne, kind of a weird spot, but he's with a rookie quarterback. Like I don't know.
I don't hate it.
No,
I saw it get really poor grades, but he's Kamara like. He's not as good as Kamara was in his prime, but
definitely Kamara light, and they also got a good guard, which I think helps a lot. Um,
David Andrews, right?
yeah, no, David Edwards, not Andrews.
Edwards.
Edwards.
Or Andrews was the Pat.
Yeah, he was the Pat.
Still got it.
Um, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Seahawks. This can go quick. They kind of just got cucked. Like, congrats on your Super Bowl. All your good players are on.
Except for Shaheed and
I think
Job.
that was like we traded for you, so we kind of have to give you the money. And
Yeah, but I mean, they lost
Shaheed's
like
good,
yeah. Who did they lose? Like they lost a running back, a safety, and a corner.
an edge
Like it's not
rusher.
like they're losing. Oh, and Mape, yeah,
Um, it's just depth. I mean, it's just
yeah,
depth. Those are the types of guys, and like
it's
that's a
depth.
Super
Yeah,
Bowl tax. It's super, and like
yeah,
those are stars for the depth. Like those are all good players. Like that, I'm not trying to call them
yes,
depth players, but they have other people to replace them. You're right. They're just
yeah.
not gonna be as good. And they actually had to re-sign a bunch of guys like younger guys like Drake Thomas and George Halani and Hayakota, like who no one ever heard of, but
And
they just kind of
they're gonna have to pay Witherspoon and JSN.
yep. Yeah,
So
they got bigger fish to fry here than the guys that they've lost. For sure. But
I don't think they
this
lost any sleep over Ken Walker. I will say
you don't think they lost any sleep over Walker?
no, or Woolen to be honest.
No, I
I
don't.
think they were
No,
already prepping to lose
I
him.
think they knew they were losing Woolen for sure. He was like a
Kobe
trade
Bryant, they probably
deadline.
would have liked to have back,
Yes, I think Kobe Bryant
but
was a tough one. Which signed to the Bears, right?
yes, yeah, because they lost both their starting safeties, who I don't think have signed yet. Brisker and Byard.
No, I haven't seen him. Um, let's talk about the Bears. Kobe Bryant, Devin Bush. Devin
Okay.
Bush was interesting, kind of given the. I mean, it's like half the money that they
Is he
had to
good
pay
or
him.
not?
I
He
don't know.
was really good, and then he wasn't. Now I don't know.
I have no idea if he's good or not. They kind of got like they got their center trade. They got the Kobe Bryant. Neville Gallimore is apparently pretty decent, but they haven't done
Neville,
anything. Neville,
like Neville Longbottom.
yeah, yeah. So they didn't do anything that's too massive. Um, while we're doing the rapid fire, we're talking about Bo Maffei. He went to the Cincinnati Bengals with Brian Cook. So two defenders who made a lot of money and are pretty solid defenders
Yeah.
for big time positional needs in anything that's on the defense
Yes.
for the Bengals. So
Right. Everything the position.
yep.
Only
Um,
had they had a edge rusher to play alongside Mafe and be in good shape.
right. Um,
More
Cowboys similar sense where they just got Jalen Thompson traded for Rashawn Gary, which that's a funny story. They traded talk about a team that they traded a fourth round pick for a guy who's going to get cut.
the guy who announced he was cut and then had to
Yes,
delete it so that they
because he
could
was getting
shop for it.
traded. Yes, and then they could trade him for a fourth round pick. Very strange story. Very Cowboys. Very Cowboys.
Yes.
Um.
I mean, it's the team that traded a fourth for Jonathan Mingo.
Oh yeah. Can't forget about the great Jonathan Mingo trade of the 2022 deadline. Is that what it was? 2023? No.
I think it's more recent. I think it was might have been last year. Even 24.
I always keep forget. Yeah, I think it is 24. I think it was 24. Great, great, great
Maybe they'll go
trade.
get Max.
Yeah, right. Pair him up with Rashawn Gary. Um.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of the Packers, they're kind of getting crushed with the Broncos. I feel like both those guys are getting kind of just slaughtered. A lot of guys getting lost.
Yeah, I mean I know the Packers were tight on cap. They're gonna be swimming in comp picks though.
They're
And they're
also
losing guys that are like not their most impactful players either.
their
Like I
secondary is
think they're
pretty
kind
cooked
of
though.
Gary and Quay Walker anyway. Yeah, the Ben St. Juste is that's not great.
No, and they cut Nate Hobbs
Yeah.
because of cap casualty, I suppose. Yeah, Benjamin St. Juice is going to be their frontliner for cornerback. That's not going to be good. Um, I don't really like what the Lions are doing. They're kind of doing what they have to do. They signed Cade Mays, who
Is
they
it
need a center. They got Pacheco.
oh, yeah.
Um, I mean, again another cap team that I feel like the Bills just come and do. They're just getting kind of slaughtered too.
They have no money.
They're they're in a strange purgatory where it's like the golf story was great and all, but it's time to get rid of them. I don't think people are ready to say it.
I wasn't ready to say that.
I'm ready to say it. Let me see his cap. Let me see his
Get him
cap.
out of here.
Not like because he's a bad player. It's just his Jared Goff's cap is it's $69 million.
Oh my gosh.
I
Is it
mean,
actually that much?
yes, yes. Like you can't be paying him $26 million. This was all cute when you were paying him 27 and 40, but it's getting a little too much here.
Wait, how much is it?
Contract terms are 4 years, $212 million. Average salary of 53 million. Signing bonus of 73 million. Guaranteed at signing was 113 million. And he's going to be a
Wait, his
UDFA
cap
in
hit this
2029.
year.
So he's still got 3 years. His cap hit this year, 2026 cap hit is $69.6 million.
Okay, so I actually thought I misheard you,
No,
but it is that big.
yes, $69.6
That's obscene.
million dollars. Um, that's all I'm
They
basing it
should
on. It's
sign
just too much
Kirk.
money. They can't when they're gonna have to pay they're gonna have to pay Gibbs, they're gonna have to pay all the guys that they've drafted, so they can't afford this Jared Goff thing anymore.
Yeah, they
And
should have won
it's
a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're. I think Dan Quinn was right. Their time was then. Yeah, they lost to Commanders. Um, all right. I feel like I want to hit every team, but like Ashford to the Bills, like we already talked about DJ Moore. Max Crosby's now redacted. Ravens, the Falcons. We can talk about
Ravens.
them for a second.
Okay.
Uh, what did you want to pause somewhere?
Have the Ravens done anything else?
They signed John Simpson, who's an offensive guard from somewhere. Yeah.
Dang, you know.
The Falcons over here, they got Jahan Dotson, Nick Folk, Jake Bailey, Austin Hooper, Cameron Thomas, Tua, Zacchaeus, and Christian Harris. I think Christian Harris, Zacchaeus, Hooper, I think all three of those guys all played for the Falcons with Matt Ryan, I believe. Maybe not Christian Harris, but um, Matt Ryan's are basically their new GM. And
Yes.
um, I don't know. I like it's funny. I kind of sneaky like the Jahan Dotson. If you've been paying attention to our fantasy league, I picked him up. I kind of like.
John Dotson is not good at football.
I kind of like it though.
I don't know.
Kind of like it.
The fact that he got more than Tyquan Thornton is actually kind of crazy. If you're a first round pick in the NFL,
Oh
like
yeah, you just
you
make
just
money.
you get three contracts automatically.
Yep. No matter how bad you play, 1,000%.
Yeah,
So
as long
Tua
as you
is the
don't
headline, right?
end up in jail.
Yes.
Yeah,
And Tua happened pretty right away. That was like right before he got cut right before noon. And then it was like 1:12 and it's like, all right, he's a Falcon. And it was like right after he got cut by noon, it was like the Falcons are putting a strong push into him. And my dad was making fun of me because I had it on my TV right here and I'm working from home. And he sees the headline of Tua's making a strong push and he's like, I know you're watching this just to hear it and listen. But he's like, who's watching this? Like, man, the Falcons, like they're making a strong push to Tua. Like, like he's like, what strong push are they making? Like, who are they bidding against? What's the strong push? Why do they even want Tua? Um, and that's my dad's take, and that's somewhat mine. I mean, I know why they want Tua. It's a stylistically perfect backup for
yeah.
uh, Penix, but I mean, sure, why not shake a shot at him, right? That's my feelings. It's
I
kind
don't
of the same
think
way I
two
feel
is
like Geno.
that awful.
No, I
To be
don't think he's that
honest,
awful.
I think everyone's like really buried Tua. I don't think
Tua for
he's
one
that
point
bad.
three million dollars is a good that's a good signing. That's a good value.
It definitely is. It's like very easy to laugh at. I don't think it's a
Yes.
bad move though.
No, it's just a very laughable move. That's all.
Yes. And then the Falcons, and like it won't work
Yep.
because they're the Falcons. There's that, I guess.
I don't think we need to talk about the Browns signings. Like the Texans obtained.
Another team that like the Browns should be in the Jets situation where they can spend all this money and they just can't because
No.
they have the worst contract in the history of sports.
Yep. I think the Texans did well for what they can work with. I think Braden Smith. He's actually. I mean, I guess we're kind of doing the top three free agent things. I think is kind of fun. Like Braden Smith is one of the guys that I
Okay.
have. But I don't know. We could do it. We could do it. We could just run it over them again. Um, Jacksonville's getting decimated for some reason. They haven't signed anybody. I don't really know why. Um, and then I think we got to end with Malik Willis.
Yeah, it's funny how like when that news broke and I saw his contract, that was the one where I was like, oh, that was actually less than I thought he was gonna get.
Yeah, we were both like, I mean, we were both the ones riding the chariot for like, don't sign him to this massive contract. And then it happened.
Yes.
I was like, oh yeah, oh. Like I
Yeah.
think, like like I think that's fine. I think that's a fine deal.
And I
Um,
like it better than the Cardinals,
I think so too.
I think.
Um, just because of Achan and them running together will be fun.
Yeah.
Um, oh, I guess I didn't do the Pats yet. I guess I didn't think about that. We'll do the Pats and we'll do our top three free agents. Um, the Pats, the the Jamont Jones was the first one that we already talked about. I think that was great value for an edge rusher. That's all. A little more than 10 million a year. I think that's good value for an edge rusher. Then they followed it up with 3 years, upwards of $12 million to Reggie Gillum. This is like during the sweep of like everyone doing their thing, and Reggie Gillum. I mean, what a contract that one was. I mean, when you tenure, by the way, when you tenure fullback, you have to go out and go sign another one. You have to make sure that that tenured
Oh yeah.
fullback, if he gets taken, goes out and gets another one. So it's and then they, I guess, should I keep going, or do you want to talk about Gillum for a minute?
What I say. Ridiculous. No, I don't want to talk about it.
um, and then today I woke up actually right before I went to bed. They got Elijah Vera Tucker, who we've both liked coming out of the draft. Didn't stay healthy for the Jets. I think they give him a good deal. And he's the perfect type of guy where he can play guard in a pinch. He can play uh, tackle, but really we're gonna want him to play guard. And I think he's gonna start for us on guard. Um, and then today was Romeo Dobbs, the wide receiver that we've all been waiting for. And um, I've sold myself on it because like I can just envision, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 7. Romeo Dobbs can give me the first down, and then third and long, you're trying to look towards Booty, you're trying to look towards uh, probably Hunter Henry over the middle, but red zone, I think intermediate routes, I guess he can play the deep route. Yeah, we've seen him play the deep route, but I liked Romeo Dobbs last year. I have him on my dynasty team because now I have literally every pass wide receiver besides Mac Hollins, which I had before anyways. But the it was funny that Dobbs happened to be the one that signed, and I think his big cheese head is funny. I think that'll be funny on New England, with the Guardian cap. He'll have a big silver head this time, and I don't know. I like Romeo Dobbs. I think he's a fine wide receiver. He's a fine. Congrats. Like all we do is get fine wide receivers. Like that's all we do is get fine wide receivers. Um, but he's on my team now, so I liked him anyways. So,
I like Dobbs. I wanted to sign him for what it's worth.
but you have Terry. Like Booty's our one. Like that's it. Booty's our one. He has to play as our one. And he has to, and like I think he played well enough to be pretty close to a one last year, but they need to start targeting him like one. Like I want to see him get some freaking targets. And I don't know, it's different. You guys have a Terry, like your guys having a Terry is so much different than getting like Romeo Dobbs is like our savior here. Like this is like this isn't some complimentary piece. Like this is like our guy.
Right. Yeah.
Um, so it is a wild contract. I think it's pretty like it's upwards of $80 million. Like,
But that a lot of that's incentives, right? Isn't it like
yes,
4 for 68 is the
yeah,
real
it's 4 for
terms?
68. It's the
It's just
real
not
terms,
that.
and there's probably some fake money in there somewhere.
Definitely. Yeah.
So I don't hate it. Um, and then let's do our top three guys.
Wait, last thing I'll say, there was also not a like top. There wasn't a wide receiver one to go get
No,
unless you were going to trade for AJ Brown.
no, and that was the thing. That's kind of what I've sold myself going into the free agency, where it's like I don't want to pay for Alex Pierce, so I just want AJ Brown or and like as you said, Romeo Dobbs good player. Like he's a really above
Mhm.
average wide receiver, and I just don't think it's funny. I'm reacting in the way of in which that he would be our savior, but like he's not going to be our savior. He's just going to be a very solid wide receiver for us. Like he won't be relied on, and I just want someone who we can rely on. And there wasn't anyone available. I don't know what Pats fans wanted Elliott Wolf to do. Um, I think that we kind of missed out on a good way in not signing a bunch of those contracts.
Yes, I would agree with that. Especially because you guys spent a lot of money last year.
It's,
If you went
yep,
out and went on a spending spree, you'd be in kind of a tough spot.
agreed. Um, let's uh let's do our top three free agent signings. You wanna go?
I actually have one that we didn't talk about yet,
I'm
which
actually
is
sorry. Go ahead. I was just
what?
gonna say I'm surprised that you have one that we haven't talked about.
Oh, actually two of them.
Yeah.
Jalen Watson of the Rams.
Okay.
I liked a lot.
Yeah.
I thought that was a fair price for a really good corner. I wanted the Rams to go get another corner even after the McDuffie trade. I think it's hilarious that they just got both Chiefs guys.
Yes,
So
I think so too. And their secondary actually wasn't
I,
bad last year.
yeah, I don't know how much like chemistry matters. It matters as a whole for the secondary, but as far as like the two corners playing on opposite ends, I don't know if that matters. But um, I think they're set now. That was their position of need. They filled it onwards, right?
Mhm.
So I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Let me send it
I
back to you.
Yeah, sure, sure. I'll take it first. You want to hear the one that we haven't done, or my other two we have done?
Yeah, hit me with the one you haven't done. We
All
haven't
right.
done.
Well, we kind of alluded to it, but Tariq Woolen, or what is they just call him Reek Woolen now? Reek Woolen on the
I
now
say
on the
Reek.
Eagles.
I think Reek is clean.
He 1 year, 15 million. I think it's a good classic Eagles prove it deal. He's
Yep.
26 years old. I think he had a lot of upside going into the draft. I think he played well in the Seattle, clearly not well enough for them to prioritize extending him and uh, trying to get him another contract. Um, but I think his services will do well in Philadelphia, and I think it really adds to a deep, deep Philly cornerback room that he's not going to be the cornerback two, and when he is the cornerback two, it'll be because one of the other two guys is absent for some reason. So when you have Quinshon Mitchell mysteriously disappear for a little bit, you get to have Tariq Woolen in there as a sub. So I think it's exactly what the Eagles need to do, and they need to find these types of guys that will have the 1 year deal, and not like because they have their cap book they can't mess too much with their cap book. They can't really spend on a massive amount of guys. So getting these types of guys that are still young, that still have a lot of athleticism in them, um, I like that a lot.
Yeah. Oh, he won't he be their second outside corner? Like he will get a lot of reps, right?
So how do they do that? Do they put the guy from Iowa in the slot?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I guess he would be. But
And
who was
they
their
had one
guy
of the
this year? Wasn't their guy this year the guy from the Giants, the first round pick, the former first round pick? Um, Starts with an A. I can picture his face. He's like burnt toast. He's like Eagles. Like it was like week one, and we were like, that guy cannot be on the field. He wore number 8.
yeah.
Um, that's totally bothering me.
Santes. No, it was Santes. Adoree Jackson.
Ah, there we go.
Nice.
Nice job. That was driving me
Nice.
crazy. Yeah, Dory Jackson. I think he was a Titans first round pick. I don't know if he was Titans or the Giants first round pick, but one of the two. Um, yeah, he was awful for them last year. So he was. I guess he'll replace him, and that's a much needed upgrade. Um, all right, what you got?
All right, my my next two are both interior offensive.
That's fine.
Uh, my first one is Isaac Sayamalo to the Cardinals, a vet guard
I
on a
wanted
3-year deal
him.
for a good price.
I wanted
I
him.
feel like guards are just getting bags, and they got him on a really good deal. On a team that feels like has been struggling at O line for years now. So yeah,
I
I
like it.
like that one. As
Well,
long as he
we
doesn't decline because he's old.
yeah, that's true. He is in the upper echelon, which I thought was surprising for the Cardinals to sign him. But they kind of just need
It is
players.
insane. But if you figure you're getting a rookie quarterback next year, hopefully,
Yeah, I think they should
and
go
you
for Ty
start building,
Simpson.
I wouldn't hate that.
No, I don't think he's that bad. I don't think he's awful. Like I think he would need to sit behind a Gardner Minshew, which is exactly what they signed.
Yeah,
I like that pick. Um, Mine was Elijah Vera Tucker, who we just talked about.
nice.
Yeah. Um,
You went with one of your own.
yeah, I was gonna go with one of my own. I figured you would go with one of sure.
I thought about putting Chanel on there, but it also just happened, so I was excited about it. So I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
put
fair.
that on there. I do really like it. My other one was Linderbaum,
Okay.
and again, I think outrageous contract, but it's also the perfect fit.
Agreed. Mine was not as flashy, and we already talked about him, but Braden Smith to the Texans, much needed tackle help for Texans. All right.
The O line on our
Yes, we have.
list
Yeah.
here.
Well, it's funny because I think if you can get a budget for O line, you really
Yeah,
ended up working out well in this free agency. Like if you can get a couple of these guys for uh decent contracts, the other ones are going for massive contracts. So you might like you're winning there. Um.
yeah,
All right. Well, that does it. Thank you everyone for listening. Sorry to the Ravens fans out there for Max Crosby. I actually normally we like to give crap for Ravens fans, but that generally sucks. That would make me mad. After you just sold yourself against the first round picks too, you like you just had to spend all weekend selling yourself that giving up two first round picks was good, and now you have to have the two first round picks again. Now you have to go back. Like that stinks. Um, but it is mock draft season, fellas. I'm very excited for it. Um, we did a. I do want to bring this up. This we'll have to bring it up multiple times, but we do. Last year we did a fan mock draft. It was one of the best things that we did. Um, we will be doing that in the Discord. It's much
oh yeah.
easier. So join the Discord if you haven't already. It should be in our link tree in in Instagram, and if it's not still active, someone shoot me a DM or something. But yeah, it's able to join. Wise Guys Discord. Follow us on all socials. Thank